Oh yeah, crank it up.
The sun's coming down. I'm watching it fall. Lots of people around. Baby, please come home. The church bells in town are ringing songs full of happy sounds. Baby, please come home. They're singing deck the hall, but it's not like Christmas at all. I remember when you were here and all the fun we had last year.
Oh yes, some Michael Bublé Christmas. Baby, please come home. A very great song to listen to on this Christmas day. And I love you guys, and Merry Christmas to you, and welcome in to the beautiful Man Cave Studios here in Toledo, Ohio, as you're watching all Andy Alfred right here on Clayfan 2-3. I am your host, Andy Alfred, coming to you from the Man Cave Studios here in Toledo, Ohio. Merry Christmas, ladies, and welcome into the program, of course. Today's episode is just a reflection on what we've learned so far in 2013, and also to get you set up for tomorrow. On tomorrow's program, we will have Lucas Siguardson on the program. Siguardson on the program tomorrow. He will be on the program. We'll be breaking down all the bowl games, of course, and tomorrow being the big bowl game between Bowling Green and the Pitt Panthers. We'll talk about that a little bit more. But last night, of course, Boise State getting blown out by Oregon State in the Hawaii Bowl, to say the least, in that game. And Boise State proving to me that they're not really that good of a football team. But today is Christmas Day. I hope you all are having a blessed Christmas with your family and friends. I hope you're enjoying this terrific holiday. I know I am with my family here in the Man Cave Studios. Had some breakfast with them, of course. Went to church service last night. Got a lot of interesting gifts as well, too. And the special gift, though, this year is the gift that I've been given here. The gift of being on the air with you people to express my opinion about sports. And also on the airwaves of falconradio.org, WFAL. I want to give a special thank you to Mr. Stephen Merrill and to Mr. Jim Barnes. Also to the executive director of the Bowling Green Radio Sports Organization, Mr. Alan Mars. Also to Jeff Roberts, the programming director, as well to Mr. Garrett Mansfield, who's the production manager, gets all the airwaves, gets the commercials, and so much more. It is a true honor to work with great individuals such as them. All the members of the RS Bowling Green Radio Sports Organization. Thank you to all of you for giving me the opportunity this year to come on the airwaves and express my opinion with the show All Andy Alfred. Of course, we'll be back in 2014. You know that's a fact. But I want to talk a little bit about this past year. It's been a difficult year, of course. Trying to rebuild, trying to continue on the path of this new life, and it's been difficult. We've had our ups and we've had our downs so far in 2013, of course. And the fact that we'll never forget what happened in Boston. We'll never forget what happened in Sandy Hook. We'll never forget what happened throughout the world of events. Nelson Mandela's loss to us was very delicate, and But looking at it sports-wise, this past year has been an interesting year. The collapse of the Detroit Tigers in the postseason, of course. Jim Leyland retiring, of course. Bowling Green winning the MAC championship. UT getting screwed out of a bowl game, of course. The firing of Phil Nevin was the best one, I believe. The best of 2013 was because of this campaign, because of this show, campaigning to firing Phil Nevin. We got Phil Nevin out, and Larry Parrish is now the manager of the Toledo Mud Hens. Now the next process is to fire Nick Fitucci. We fire Nick Fitucci, it'll happen. It'll have to happen. Of course, the Jackets trying to make a postseason run, getting it up to the last day of the season before being eliminated by the Minnesota Wild. Now moving to the Eastern Conference was also something as well. Also, you got to look at, the fact that LeBron won another championship and en route to win another one, of course. But the fact is that 2013 has been a difficult year in sports because of we haven't had a decent game that we could honestly talk about. We haven't had events that we could talk about that much. Sure, the Super Bowl was blacked out for about 15 minutes because somebody didn't pay the lights or somebody hit the wrong switch. But at the same rate, the Super Bowl wasn't that great between the 49ers and the Ravens. We need a better Super Bowl. And I think the Super Bowl this upcoming, what's predicted to be, for me, a Broncos-Seahawks Super Bowl, looks like a good matchup. Well, it does look like a good matchup. Of course, the Jackets, my prediction with the Jackets and the Winnipeg Jets probably is going to fall apart. That's just a given. Also want to say that, the Cavs are doing well. They're going to get better and better and better. Of course, baseball season coming up behind me with the Mud Hens and the Tigers, as well as the Indians. See how the Indians do improve after coming off of the wild card, getting the last wild card spot and playing in the playing game against Tampa and losing to Tampa. We'll see how they went out, how they're going to go out and get pieces. Haven't gotten any good solid pieces yet this year. They're just banking on a lot of returning players, which is a good sign. However, for Detroit, losing a Prince Fielder, losing of Johnny Peralta, losing of Omar Infante, the signing of Ian Kinsler was a good signing. I think it's a great pickup for them, but fans, we lost a lot of fans with the Tigers with losing to Prince Fielder. So-called fair weather fans. They only care about one player. I'm talking about you, Chris. You know I am. You always stick with the Tigers. Always believe in the Tigers is what my grandmother told me, my late grandmother. Never give up on the Tigers, and I have never given up on them, and I will never give up on them. Of course, the Jackets need to continue to improve and win. And of course, the one thing is for certain that all Andy Alfred will be back in 2014 on the radio side and also on this side. We're going to be doing more of the webcast shows from the studio so that you'll be able to see the show and also listen to the show as well too. We'll update the SoundCloud, get you back onto the SoundCloud and so much more. So stick with us here on All Andy Alfred. But until then, Merry Christmas to you. I hope you and your family have a blessed Merry Christmas and a pleasant 2014. I love you guys, you know that. Until tomorrow, when we have my special guest on, of Lucas Siguardson, my sports analyst. Till then, I'm Andy Alfred, and I hope you have a terrific rest of the Christmas holiday. Enjoy it. We watch a lot of basketball. And to the teams behind me, to you at home, victory is sweetest when you have tasted defeat. And remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together.